Just when it comes on, you go, like, say your name, I'll say mine, go, welcome to the critics. Okay? Alright, so, just go on.
One little arm, what my shirt.
Show some skin.
Fuck you.
Bastard.
Shut up.
Now.
Okay. Wait. Okay. What are we supposed to say?
You're supposed to say your name.
Okay. Look at the camera all the time. Okay. Hi.
Welcome to the critics.
Welcome. First movies will be Keith.
Well, today our subject is going to be horror. The horror films.
Oh, yeah. I like horror films.
Alright, the Basket Case series.
Okay.
There's 3 of those.
Yeah. Let's start out with the first one. What did you think about it? I mean, overall.
Well, the first one, I thought, it was pretty well done. It had a pretty good plot, but, I thought it was good how they showed the level with Dwayne. He wanted to get rid of Belial, but he didn't want it.
Yeah, the story was, how many stars would you give that?
I don't know, I'd probably go with 2. Probably give it 2.
Well, my opinion of the Basket Case, the story, very well told, and the effects really, could be a little better, but they're really good. I would have to go with 4.
Okay.
4 stars because the story is so crystal clear.
Alright, what do you think about part 2?
Part 2 is exactly the opposite. The effects are better, but the story, it's interesting how he becomes associated with all these other, mutants.
Yes.
I would have to say 2 stars on that one.
Yeah, the second one, it was hard for me to get into that one because, in a way, it was kind of slow-paced, it seemed like to me. But, it was kind of interesting how what's it called, Uncle Hal's house, right?
No, that's part 3.
Oh, okay.
Getting ahead of ourselves here. Now it's Granny Ruth's place.
Granny Ruth. How they got the, she took care of, like, people like Belial and Green.
Yeah, it's good.
But, I kind of think they went overboard when Belial was having that thing with the other Belial woman.
Except, yes, very much so.
I don't see how they could, but, oh well. Oh, probably have to give that, 2 maybe.
Yeah, no one too.
Part 3. Well, part 3 I thought was a little more interesting. Effects were a lot better, up to date. The thing with the little Belials was kind of interesting, I thought.
Yeah.
Kind of a plot, but not much. But, I don't know, I'll probably have to give that another 2 too.
Yeah. 3, in my eyes, was still going opposite of 1. I think the story was a little better. It was made how they really should be made, in a way. Not good, but not bad, Yeah. I think they could have done a little more with Belial in the movie, but the way they don't show him until, half the movie was like... it was interesting because they showed more of the other ones.
Yeah.
Instead of just Belial and Dwayne. And the way Dwayne was sort of trapped in all this stuff with these freak people. And the way he Mecha Belial at the end, he was in that robot thing.
Yeah.
I really liked that part. And, no, I think I'd have to give that 3 stars.
Yeah. Alright, well, we got it ready? Alright, we're going to go to the clip now of whatever they got for the basket cases. Let's roll it.
We'll say part 3, the Mecha Belial.
Alright.
Here it is.
Okay.
Well, let me check on
Yeah, I'll just stop this. Okay, ready? Welcome back.
Wait. Okay.
Welcome back to the critics. We're your hosts.
Yeah.
You just saw the clip of basket cases. Now we're going to move on to Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Okay.
very popular series of films, you know.
Yeah.
And through late 70s, late 70s and mostly the early 80s, it's kind of died out. Part 1. Maybe want to start us off with that?
Sure. Part 1 of Friday the 13th. Oh, unbelievable. I mean, I can't even begin to say it. The camp was the perfect, the location and the lake was, perfect for everything. And Ralph, although he was sort of idiotic and funny, it did hold the part.
Yeah, I thought he added a new element to the film.
Really did. And all the actors seemed to really belong in it. And they showed about everything they showed really had to be showed for just the amount of time they showed it for. It was basically a really well done movie. And the way you never really, you see like from the feet up to the knees or something, or just a hand, or, basic shirt, what the kid was wearing or whatever. I liked it. It had the, in the forests, chase scenes, and the way it rained at the end, and the girl couldn't get out. And
Yeah.
I thought it really had suspense. Yeah, I loved it. I'd have to give it 4 stars, definitely.
All right, back to Ralph. Ed Gooney played him, and the part that I thought that was interesting about him was, well, he knew what was going on, but everyone else just thought he was like a drunk. It just shows that that there's evil around that nobody notices.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes that people that seem strange that notice it.
I hear you.
But yeah, I do agree about the campsite and stuff. I mean, I thought it was really good. How just the music and stuff, because Spencer, he never saw the killer's face.
Yeah.
I mean, you just knew it was happening. Well, you did at the end. You find out,
Mm-hmm.
and then this thing with Jason, it's kind of like at the end he's avenging his mom.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's the only one that she's the only one that he ever knew.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know, I just have to give it 4 stars. I think it's a really good film.
It really is.
Now on the part 2, now I think that's a really good one too, and it's gonna be 4 in my book too. Because now you got the elements coming together where Jason is kind of keeping people away from that camp. It's kind of like his home, and I think why he's killing is because he remembers before that that they killed his mom. So, I guess he just mad at the world or something. But I mean, it was really good with the hood. I thought that was the best kind of mask for him. The hood, it was more realistic, but it was just really good how the actors, everyone's interesting about Camp Blood. They're interested in that, and they wanted to go over there. But if they might have stayed away, they might have been all right. But but Ralph wasn't all right. So
Yeah.
he bit the big one in that one.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about it?
Well, a definite 4 on my part too. I really enjoyed the movie. I can't really say as much as part 1. Some about part 1 really, gets to me. I love that. But that's definite 4 for me too. And the way how he did wear that hood, it's not as defining as a Jason mask. I mean, if you see the Jason mask, you can see through the Jason mask. The holes, and you can see the rest
Yeah,
of
at
his
least the
head.
mystery intact.
Of course, a mystery of every part of his face. Not just the front part, but how his head is shaped and everything. It's really interesting. And the part, like you said, excuse me, where how the story comes together, and it starts out in the middle of the blood bath in a way, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Killings have already happened, and
The fires.
yeah, the fires and stuff like that. And just like 1, they used a really good campsite. They could have showed a little more of the lake, I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I like that part too. That the night scenes, they were lit very good, and every killing, call me sick if you want, but was so original. I love the way when the guy gets chopped in the head and he rolls down the stairs in the wheelchair, and the hanging upside down and grabbing the head. It's brutal, original, and it sort of scares you. And
Yeah.
I'd definitely go with a 4 on that one.
All right. Now part 3. Part 3. It kind of lost something. You know, I mean, it looked like, you know, with at the beginning with the music stuff, that it was gonna kind of be like a joke. You know, I mean, it was still good, I thought, but you know, we got a hold of the hockey man, so that changed the whole element for him. And the lake, I mean, it looked like a pond, you know. I mean, I'd probably give it 3 stars. You know, it was good, but I mean, I don't know. It was missing like the suspense from part 2. I mean, you could pretty much predict it. I mean, after the thing at the people's store in the beginning, you know, and plus it was supposed to be like the same day or the day
Yeah,
after,
I know.
and he had all of his hair gone too.
You couldn't really tell when it was
Yeah.
taken.
All right. What do you think about that?
Okay, I think it had its own style, but it definitely lacked the True Friday, texture. You know, the True Friday feel to it.
Mhm.
And as you said, the lake was a pond. I mean, it wasn't much bigger than, you know.
Then the pond outside the studios here.
Hmm.
You know.
Yeah, which of course the audience doesn't know anything about. Anyway, you know, the part, you know, I didn't like the actors as much. They were sort of gay, like the kid who played Chili. You know, why do you need a character like that?
Yeah. Oh, I have to bring something up. You know, the main character, the girl.
Mm.
You know, I don't. This kind of doesn't make sense to me because she said that like a couple years ago, she got hauled around by
Okay.
Jason, and then he had no hair then either. You know?
Yeah, okay.
I mean, they messed up there.
And if it was supposed to be the same thing,
Yeah, you know.
well, I mean,
Part 4.
I'm not done with part 3.
Okay.
I like the way part 3 ended. You know, with all the chasing through the barn, or you know, the end barn scene. I like that a lot. In that, you know, they sort of, you know, Jason, you know, looked through the barn while she was just up there and stuff.
Yeah.
I like the way how he got hung at the end, and then, you know, she thought he was dead, and he just sort of pulls his way up and takes it off.
Yeah, like showed that he wasn't just a normal guy; he was a supernatural force.
So, yeah, that was the first
You know?
time we really knew that, because how could someone, survive that, you know, nasty thing?
Yeah.
I would have to go 3 too.
All right, part 4. I thought that was really good. It kind of brought it back a little bit.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, he wasn't around for a little bit at least.
Yeah.
The thing, you know, the thing in the hospital, that was kind of neat too. Seems like whenever someone's doing something bad, or you know, that people don't think is right to do, then it seems like he comes back to kind of stop whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, I thought it was really good though with it wasn't really like a camp, but I thought it was good with the 2 houses there. You know, and the lake was pretty good too.
Yeah.
You know, I'll probably give that 3 stars too.
Mhm.
You know.
Okay, I think I have to, you know, cross you. I didn't think the lake was very good at all. You didn't see much of it at all, because you could see. I mean,
Whoa! What I meant was the part where she's in the raft.
no, that part was good, but
Yeah.
the lake.
I didn't mean the whole thing.
Oh, well, okay.
Okay.
But now we're clear.
Yes.
They didn't show the lake enough, and you know that got me sort of. But I liked the death in the lake. You know, got me saying. But
Yeah.
I loved Tom Savini's effects were just so shocking. Like the first murder in the hospital, where the guy took that, you know, that hacksaw.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, where did he get it? That's the thing. You know, he could have found it in the hospital, but I don't know. Whatever. He took the hacksaw, turned his head around, and right when his head stopped turning around, a little blood came out of his mouth.
Yeah.
I think Tom Savini is a true artist with gore. And the end, you know, it should have been the final chapter, because you know, there's a whole bunch of murders. You know, it sort of said Jason was a man that's gonna do what he wants,
Yeah.
and you know, take what he wants. And then basically overall, like, it had a new style, like the houses, like you said,
Yeah.
were good too. And you know, it had the feel came back, in part 4, and I didn't have to give it 3 stars.
All right, part 5. We don't have much time because we have to go to a little break, and we got to show you those clips. Excuse me. I just gotta say something about part 5. You know, it was totally terrible because Jason wasn't even Jason. It was just some guy who. It was the father of the guy that got chopped up, wasn't it? The other fat guy between the candy bars.
I think we have to take a break for a bit, but we'll come back on part 5 and go all the way up to 7.
Okay, or 8. I mean.
8. I forgot this.
All right. Well,
we'll show you. We'll show you a clip of.
Yeah, we got the clip ready.
Yeah, we'll show you a clip of part
Alright.
1, and we'll come back with the rest of them.
All right. Stay tuned.
Here it is. Shit, man, the fucking pizza's probably burnt to shit. You see it?
Ready?
Okay, what are we doing? We're doing part 5 then, right? Yeah. You talk. There. Go.
Welcome back to the critics.
Welcome.
So that clip of Friday the 13th there.
Yeah.
Hey, we wanted to talk about part 5 some more. Well, I totally don't like it at all. I really don't. It has nothing to do with Jason, really. I gotta give it 0 stars.
No, I have to give it at least.
Fine, I'll give it 1.
Okay. I'd have to disagree with you. I think the movie, it really sucks, right? But I like the way in which the director portrays the Force, even though it has nothing to do and perverts Jason films. You know, I sort of like the way when it rains and stuff. I sort of like the way the director. I mean, if it wasn't a Friday 13th, it'd be good. But if it, you know, I'd have to give it 1 star too. There's not much to say about that.
Part 6. I thought that was alright. But you know, from 5 and up, you know, this one's out of control too. Pretty much, he comes back again. Like, you know, we're talking about should have ended it at 4, maybe even 3, but 4 at least. You know, I thought it was kind of neat about Tommy Jarvis returning, but I don't know why he wanted, but he does.
Yes.
He brings him back to life by sticking the pole in him, making sure he's dead, and he ends up almost sacrificing himself to kill Jason again. So basically, you know, the camp thing's kind of neat, but the lake is okay. Can't say much for it. Excuse me. Go ahead, Nate.
Starsky.
Probably 2.
Okay. On to me. Yeah, I found part. Not much light on me, folks. I found part 6 rather distasteful also. It didn't even have the type of style part 5 did. But it had more of a story, and it was actually Jason. And I didn't like really the way he was brought back to life, and I don't like really the way, the rotting kind, I don't like the rotting Jason. And the lake, I like the lake, pretty much. You know, like the dock and stuff. I like how the leaves are always blowing on the ground and stuff. The basic, the camp was portrayed pretty good. I'd have to give it no 1 to 2 stars. I can't really say much about that one.
Part 7. Totally out of control. You got persons with telekinetic powers going after Jason. He's got bones sticking out of him. He gets blown up in a house and he still survives. And he just gets drowned again. I mean, I can't really see much point in that, but
No. Is that all you have to say on that subject?
2 stars again. Well, no, actually, I'm giving that 1. Go ahead.
Well, I sort of like the way Jason is. Kane Hodder came into the picture and played Jason. I sort of liked him. I basically liked the movie because I don't know. It showed Jason so much. And now the thing is, at nighttime, it looked like day. That the director had a really bad eye as far as that. I couldn't say much about that except for I like the ending a lot. And the girl with the powers, really, I don't like it at all. And I like the big thing with Jason at the end. I'd have to give it 2 stars.
Alright, part 8. Well, another out of control one. This time he's in Manhattan.
and he's running loose again. He's more decayed, pretty much. Revived by another more electricity. I kind of like what I do like about it though is the concept of the child within Jason trying to get out. But I thought the deal with the toxic waste thing was, it was neat, but I mean, they had Jason going, screaming, and,
Yeah.
and that was kind of bad. And, I kind of liked the stuff going on the ship. That was kind of neat, but, I gotta give that one star too. Excuse me.
I have to disagree with you. I thought part 8 really had something there. They really hit the button. No, seriously. I didn't think, it had anything to do with Jason, but I really liked the way it was made. The director was something else. And the guy that played that guy, McCullen or whatever his name was. Yeah, that doctor dude.
Yeah.
I basically like the cast too, except that guy, the guy that lives with the girl at the end, was sort of falsy. But I really like the way it worked, how it began. It was out of control, like Keith said, but I like the way it worked. They moved to different places. I must admit, I like the way it was on the ship most of the time. And when I first saw it, I thought it'd be in Manhattan like all the time.
Well, I did think that director was taking a chance, I mean, it's a different concept of having him in Manhattan, having him in like in the city, see how
See how it
he
looks.
would do,
Yeah.
I mean.
I think the movie Kane Hodder portrayed Jason again.
Yeah, but I mean, no, I thought they were putting a little too much funniness in there.
Yeah.
Like when he's walking down the street and the game's there and he lifts up the mask, and
Well, I mean, sort of in today's society, though, there is gonna.
but he wouldn't know about that. He's never been around anybody.
No, but in today's society, you need to put comedy in the movies, even horror,
Well, sometimes.
to get them to come to them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think comedy should be in horror, really, all that much. But there's a lot to say about Part 8. I really like it. I'd have to give it 3 stars.
Okay. Well, that's it for Friday the 13th. Well, my basic opinion on all of them is from they should have stopped at 4. From 5 and up was pretty much ridiculous. And well, there's Friday the 13th. All right. We're gonna move on to Maniac, the Maniac Cop series here.
Okay.
I think it's a very interesting kind of series. They should stop now. I mean, part 1, I thought that was pretty neat about how he got set up and he's back to kind of restore things, get him back in proper perspective. I think that it's pretty much the same thing in part 2 also.
Yeah.
He's more meaner than he's like has an ulterior motive for what he's doing throughout the movie.
Not to offend you or anything, but could we stick on like one series at one time?
Sure.
It might confuse the audience.
Oh.
Let's just stick with one.
Well, I'm done with part 1. As you found out.
Well, how many stars did you give it?
Part 1, I'd probably give it 3.
Okay, I must disagree with you. I thought the movie was very well made. The director, he had such a little budget, but he got Robert Zadar in there, and he is one good character. And I like the way in part 1 they didn't have him his face completely covered with prosthetic makeup, and I thought it was portrayed really good. He was really violent. I love Bruce Campbell. He was amazing in it. Sam Raimi was in it for a while as that parade the guy with the microphone, the news dude. Yeah, I liked really the way it ended. And basically, the Cordell character is very interesting. I'd have to give it 4 stars.
Alright, now part 2, as I said, is pretty much the same as part 1. He's a little more meaner. He seems to have an ulterior motive for what he's doing. The thing at the end, is him getting out of the jail, going back there, was kind of interesting. They still wanted to kill him, but I mean, they really couldn't do nothing to him. Anyways, part 2, I'd probably give another 3.
Yeah. Well, part 2 in my case is directed by the same guy, William Lustig, I think it is. And, what is it? Well, if it isn't, you know, for some people,
Well, it's
everyone's
extra.
wrong. Everyone's wrong. And, yeah, it's in the credits. You know, if you want to really know about it. And, I liked it. I liked the way it began. I liked the basic look of the Maniac Cop and how he wears the leather jacket in this one. And I really like the way he looks. And I didn't, you know, I knew it had to happen, but I didn't like that Bruce Campbell got killed. But I think it ended, you know, it sort of made me, you know, like, what's going on? But at first it seemed like he's going to the jail to break him out, and then he kills him. You know, I really didn't get all that. But I'd still have to go up there to 3 stars. Maniac Cop 2.
Alright, part 3. Kind of, you know, they probably should have ended it at part 2. I mean, they did make a part 3. It turned out a little better than what it was expected to be. Since, you know, it was not on a video store yet. But I don't know if it is now, but...
No, it is.
Okay.
Oh, now.
Okay, part 3, he comes back he gets resurrected by one of those voodoo people. He wants this girl to be with
Don't we all, though?
He wants this girl to be like him. That doesn't work. You know, basically he's just totally mean in this one. You know, he's doesn't care about the law anymore or nothing. Well, actually he did. He brought the tape of the girl being set up to
Oh, yeah.
the police, you know, and that got, you know, the charges against them were dropped. But I thought that was kind of out of control, the fire at the end, you know, a little too long there, you know.
I thought it was really artistic, though.
I thought it was too, but I mean, it was a little too long. I mean, if you think about me, if you're on fire for like 15 minutes,
Yeah, but that just shows how, you know, he is.
yeah, but this that he's got that,
Yeah.
yeah, but, you know, and it looks like there's gonna be a part 4.
Definitely.
I hope not, but
Why?
if there is, you know, we'll have to see how it goes. They've done alright with the past 3. You know, I'll probably give part 3 2 stars.
Okay, Keith, basically I agree with you on this one. I didn't like at all the way they had that voodoo and satanic stuff. They always showed that symbol, like it's supposed to be some, like, you know, it's supposed to go back in your head, like, I don't know, like,
666.
hypnotize you or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, I didn't like the way it seemed like, you know, the director, the filmmakers wanted you to, I don't know, want to yourself go out and start worshiping the devil. By the way, they always show that symbol. I didn't like that part about it. It sort of gives me a about it, you know.
Yeah.
But basically, you know, it was pretty. The director, he wanted to make it good, but he really couldn't. I think it was the first time directing job probably, because it was put together rather bad. But in that they have the same cop. The cop, it was not like he was in part 2 at all.
Mhm.
He was completely different.
Yeah.
In that he fell in love, you know. That cop's not supposed to have feelings or anything. But, you know, maybe they felt it was the right thing to do. And I like the way it ended, you know, with him on fire and stuff. I think that's really something else. But basically, I really couldn't follow a plot there.
Yeah.
But I'd have to give it, Robert Zidar, is really great. And I'd have to give it 2.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna run you a clip of Maniac Cop here.
We might as well go to the end of 1.
Alright, go ahead and get to the end of the 1? Alright. Alright, we're gonna roll that. We'll be right back. We're the critics. Okay. Now, we'll just come back.
Okay, now.
Look at man. We gotta let's turn this light on. There's no bulb.
Both ridges? No, that's for that one out there. Come on, all you have to do is lean forward. Just let's hurry up before it goes away.
Before it goes away.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Alright, Texas Massacre.
Say welcome back and all that.
Alright, well you say this time.
Okay. Welcome back to the credits. Oh shit, let me do that again. Or maybe holding this Pepsi like I'm advertising Pepsi. Okay, here you go. Okay. Hi, and welcome back to the Critics. How'd you like that? Maniac Cop Part 1, the end. Bruce Campbell is... I mean, I don't really know him. He's awesome.
Alright. Now we're going on to the Texas Chainsaw Massacres.
Yeah.
Part 1. I thought it was a really good one for that time and the budget. I mean, you know,
We're trying to adjust ourselves.
we can't afford lights yet, but anyways, we're gonna go to a break and fix this.
Yeah, we got...
We'll be back. We'll just start it over.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to a break.
It's because that chair.
What chair? Oh.
Okay. Oh, Massacre time. Oh, we gotta just say welcome back as the cook for Maniac.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Shut up. Why don't you just leave a message and have her call you here? So,
Oh. Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
You said you're saying the welcome back.
I know. How come we're suddenly going blurry here? Okay, we're blurry. What's wrong now? Okay.
Too much darkness right here.
Okay.
Well then just move it over a little bit then.
It's not blurry anymore. Okay, here you go. Hi, and welcome back to the Critics. That was a part from the end of Maniac Cop.
Yes. Now we're going to talk about the Texas Chainsaw Massacres.
Mm.
Alright, part 1. I thought that was a very well-made movie for the time era, 1973. And also they had a pretty low budget too. It was interesting about, you know, they get stuck in the middle of nowhere and they're being stalked. Basically.
Well,
At the end, they're stalked.
oh yeah.
Franklin and Sally. Marilyn Burns and William Parton there. And Jim Seedow played the father, and Gunnar Hansen played Leatherface. And the crazy guy is just the hitchhiker. Anyways, you know, I thought it was a good movie. I'd have to give it 4 stars. Just because, I don't know, I thought it was really good, you know. The thing with the wheelchair in the beginning, I don't understand why they put that in there, but what do you think about it, Nate? That's why.
Look at it.
See?
Oh god, it doesn't go bad because it's
Sure it
dark.
does. Just try to focus on what's like. Oh, we gotta start over now.
Thanks, Chief.
Oh, thanks to me. Like I said, move it a little bit
which way?
towards the TV. There you go.
Well, then I'll have to sit right next to you.
Okay. Hi, and last time look at the TV. You gotta try to look at the camera. Hi, and welcome back to the Critics. Shit. Hi, and welcome back to the Critics. That was the end of Maniac Cop.
Okay, we're gonna talk about Texas Chainsaw Massacres Part 1. That was a very good film for the time it was made in and the budget they had to work on. Made in 1973. Starred Marilyn Burns, William Parton, and Jim Seedow and Gunnar Hansen. You know, it's very good because of the way they got stuck. Their friends went for swimming. They never came back. They decided to go look for him, and they just like got stalked by Leatherface. And when they got Sally, you know, they used. You know, they didn't kill her off right away. They like had fun. Well, what's their fun? You know, because I get they need blood to keep Grandpa alive. You know, but I gotta say the beginning with that little wheelchair incident, which we might run on the clip. We'll see. You know, they probably should have done that. I don't know what the point was for it.
Well, I'm sure he has his reason.
Nate, what do you think?
Well, basically, I think it's pretty good. Yeah, there's not really much to say because there's, a lot of things to say about it. But, basically what Keith said, I agree with him 100. But, the wheelchair part, they didn't really need that.
No.
I'd have to say. No, but I definitely give it 4 stars without a second thought.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Part 2, well, what I thought was good about it was they brought the dad back. At least they had somebody from the original cast in there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Franklin was in the bone chair, but.
Well, that wasn't.
But I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was the best though. I'd probably level it to 2 stars.
Yeah.
There's really not much to say about that. I mean, they're running around in the city just in the open.
Yeah.
It kind of ruins the effect with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think?
Basically what you said, I found a little art. I sort of like the end.
Oh yeah, okay.
I like the end. I like this chainsaw.
Yeah.
But
That was good.
Leatherface, the guy who played him, I didn't really like, his posture. He just seemed like too much of a regular guy, really.
Yeah.
And the mask wasn't that great, but 2 stars here too.
Yeah. Part 3, Leatherface. Kind of brought back the thing from part 1, I thought it was pretty good, R.A. Mahilov played Leatherface really good. And R.A. Mahilov.
They should see my heel.
Something like that. Anyway, so the chainsaw, the Saw's family, was kind of put an interesting thing that would put, like we were talking about back in the Friday 13th Part 8, about kind of how they modernize these things.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting how they lived down in kind of like the swamps,
Yeah.
way out there. And the most guy who could pass for normal would be that Tex guy,
Uh-huh.
you know.
Yeah.
What do you think about
I thought it was really, really a step up from part 2 because, what?
it? I said definitely.
Because, I don't know, there's a lot of elements that don't go together that, really make it a good movie, like how Tex, they sort of brought back the feeling of part 1 really a lot. But like I say about part, I think he had more of a posture like Leatherface should have.
Mm-hmm.
The mask was better, but still there's something missing about him. I didn't like the hair really,
Yeah.
but no, I liked it. I'd give it 3 stars.
Same here. Well, we're gonna run a
Clip.
here, yeah, of whatever they got ready to roll.
Okay.
So we'll be back in a little bit.
Yeah.
Talk about Halloween.
All right.
All right, be back. All right.
Okay, now start.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that clip of Texas Chainsaw Massacres. Alright, our next subject is Halloween, the Halloween series. Part 1 is just great.
Uh-huh.
It was the best review a horror movie ever got.
Yeah.
They gave it 4 stars, and so do I. The mystery behind Michael Myers is kind of neat. They don't tell you his whole background. They just basically, they don't really tell what he was like before he went crazy. But
No.
you gotta wonder why he's turned like that. That's kind of like for the viewers to decide. You make their own judgment about that. But I thought Donald Pleasance did a good job in there. Everyone, but I gotta feel sorry for him because everyone thinks it's his fault.
Yeah.
And he was just going there to pick up the guy, and
Yeah.
he didn't release him.
Or anything.
Yeah. It's really neat how you find out later that Laurie Strode
Mm-hmm.
is the sister.
Yeah.
I mean, then that like in the beginning, if you don't think the plot is like going anywhere, because you don't know why he's going after her, and then you find out, you know, it kind of all, it puts the puzzle together in a way. But I thought that was a good element, and you know, what do you think, man?
Basically what you did. But the only thing is I'm sort of weird, wary about is, you know, they never indicated that Laurie Strode was his sister. And I think, not to put Halloween down or anything, but they sort of just made that, they weren't thinking about it in the first script, I don't think. They just sort of gave a reason why he was doing it.
Yeah.
You know, I could be wrong. But, you know, I think that's sort of something about it. But, oh man, everyone loves it. 4 stars, definitely. Everyone. I mean, except no, just kidding. But, you know, I really liked it. Halloween, let's see here, I'm trying to think of some good parts. I mean, all of it's good. But definitely, 4 stars. Really not much to say about it because it's all good.
Alright, part 2. That one's very good too. It's one of those few movies that leaves off
Oh, yes.
at a very good point from the previous part, you know.
Because it's like, yeah.
No, I thought that was good. I mean, I don't think they really could have ended it at part 1, you know.
No, really not. Well...
Make up your mind, Nate. But anyways, part 2 I thought was really good. I have to get that 4 stars also. The thing with Donald Pleasance was really good too. Well, he's just almost going nuts trying to get the guy.
Uh-huh.
And it's kind of like Michael, in a way, was kind of laughing at Donald Pleasance in the thing.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like, oh, you can't get me, you know, hide and seek. But 4 stars. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd say it gave the feeling of Halloween, you know, of basic holiday wasn't as strong as it was in the first one. But you know, I like the guy who played him. He basically had the same posture, and it's really important to get the guy, you know, it's the kind of posture like that, you know, sort of straight and, you know, just stuff. And I like the way they went to the hospital.
Yeah.
The whole film.
Yeah, I think the music was really good too.
Yeah, the music. And, no, it was really good. It ended. Let's see, how did it end?
Where he was burnt.
Yeah.
Blown up.
He should have been dead when he was burned, because Michael's more of a human person.
Yeah.
Well, was until 4. But,
The early years, right?
yeah.
Okay.
As with horror, I can't really think of a series that, what do you call it? I can't think of a horror series that that time hasn't perverted. You know, most horror series are really getting hogwash now.
Yeah.
Because of the future, because of now. But no, 4 stars, definitely. Probably.
I mean, it wasn't really no big time special effects in it, you know. It was
No.
so it's kind of like a horror suspense type of thing in a way.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Part 3.
part 3 terrible. 1 star. Had nothing to do with Michael Myers at all. They put on masks and bugs crawled out of their head. I give it 1 star. You know, I mean the plot from what they did, you know, was good. But I mean, I still hate it. So what do you think?
Well, I have to disagree with you. I like part 3. I mean, not as much as the real ones. No, I'm serious. But, you know, I'd have to give it 2 stars. If not 3. Call me crazy. But there's something about it that I really like. I don't like the guys that have
Cocker and Cockroach.
yellow stuff for blood, you know. And them
Yeah,
robot
I know.
things look screwed to heck. A lot. Very much so. But, I'd say it really gives you you know, the feel of the holiday Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it basically does for you, not myself. You know, I'd have to, I don't know. It's just, I don't know how they could name it Halloween. You know, there's 2 Halloweens. I don't know, 2 stars. I mean, I'm sorry, you know. Okay.
Part 4, kind of a revival after years, you know. I mean, it was all right. I mean, you know.
Why is it pulsating? Okay.
But anyways, You know, I thought it was good that Pleasance was still around. You
Oh.
know,
Yeah, definitely.
but I don't know how he survived that either. But he did. Only his hand and a little bit of the face were burned. But it was all right. I mean, they could have. They should have stopped it at that too.
Yeah.
But no, I'll give it 3 stars. I mean, the suspense and stuff is still basically there, but they basically know what his actions are gonna be. You know, they basically follow him really good.
Yeah. Well, excuse me, I would have to agree, excuse me again, basically with Mr. Keith over here. I thought it was rather good, but I can see what you're doing. It leaned towards today's version of Jason too much. As I was saying, the future really perverts horror. And hey, this is not a comedy show.
Huh?
Oh man. And I sort of liked it, but the way they introduced, you know, like his knees
Yeah.
and stuff, it was sort of, but you know, I'd have to give it. It sort of gave a feel of Halloween more than 2, almost probably. More than 3, 2, and not as much as 1. Reached 2 stars on that one.
Part 5, basically the same thing as part 4.
Oh yes.
Almost the exact same things happen, just in different places. So I'd give that one 2 stars because it should have ended a long time ago. But anyways, what do you think?
Well, I think part 5 was definitely an improvement of part 4 because it gave more of Michael into the character of what they had in part 4. You know, sort of hinted him a little with Michael, and you know, I thought it was pretty good. I liked the part they went to the Tower Farm.
Yeah.
And they got murdered there. He finally used a big, which I don't think he should, you know, a big blade. One of them things.
Yeah.
I liked it. 3 stars right here.
All right. Well, we're gonna run the clip of the Halloween here.
Which one?
And
Whatever
you'll
one
need to
they
decide.
got.
That's right. Okay, so we'll run that. We'll be back with more of the critics.
In 2 and 2?
Doing okay. Okay, I'll come back. All right, you gotta. Well, welcome back. Back for more.
Okay.
It's time for Evil Dead.
Great. I think we're dead. Keep up here still. Okay. Okay, I gotta look. Hi, and welcome back to the critics. How'd you like that, huh? And now
What are we
on,
talking about now, Dave?
we're talking about Evil Dead.
All right.
Keith?
Evil Dead 1. That was very good for the budget they had. You know, the effects were just spectacular. Sam Raimi directed it really good. You know, it came up even with the plot. You know, about the Book of the Dead, Necronomicon, and the demons. Bruce Campbell did very good in it too. It's basically almost all their friends from some like half-hour movie they did.
Well,
Like raised $2,000 for that.
we don't know how long that is or anything.
Well, I thought it said like a half hour
Where?
in a magazine.
Oh, half hour.
Yeah. Okay. But you know, basically the same people. I just gotta say the effects were good and the story was good too. It's it was slow paced, but I mean it kept you awake. You know.
Kept you awake. Whoa. Most movies should do
'Cause,
that.
I mean, you're wondering like who was possessed. You know. I mean, you didn't know for a while sometimes.
Yeah.
But you know, I'll give that one 4 stars. That thing is really good.
Yeah. Well, I must agree with you. Sorry, I'm just getting all upset because I don't know if he can sleep over or not tonight. So, it's not what you think, boys. No, just kidding. Okay. Evil Dead. Oh, amazingly done. I mean, directed. I mean, they probably had less of a budget than what? Halloween. Definitely did. And and I really love it. Just the way Sam Raimi can go into a cabin and make it, you know, living hell like that. Bruce Campbell did a superior job. His character wasn't as much developed as it was on part 2, which we will cover after is. But I'd have to say it was really good. Unrated, they just went all out in gore, as which most beginning directors do, because it's like the only thing you can do. Most directors, I think, start with horror because it's the easiest thing to do. So I definitely have to give it 4 stars. Sam Raimi, you kick, boy. Yeah.
Evil Dead 2. Another, it was well done. That was a few years later and it left off really good. Another one of those few that do that. You know, showed this dilemma Bruce was going through. I mean, he couldn't get out. I mean, there's no way for him to leave the place because, you know, the things go through the woods and knock trees down and get you. You know, the effects were really good, I thought, with the mirror thing and how everything else is moving. He's moving and those there. And then there's the other people get there somehow, and then they're like, I don't know. I think they think he's kind of crazy, and he tries to help them, and then he gets sent in the Rome back in time, and they. At the end, he's looked upon as like a god, and that's where Part 3, the Army of Darkness, is going to take off, which we'll probably cover maybe next year or so.
I'll even cover some of it now.
Okay, sure.
Okay, now. Okay, yes.
Nothing.
No, you gotta say stars.
Well, 4 stars again.
4 stars, definitely. Okay, Raimi is one of the men, very few, probably the only, that doesn't pervert his works, you know, as time goes. I've seen the preview for Army of Darkness. Excellent. It doesn't look any different. I mean, obviously it's different, but I mean, the style is exactly the same as it was in the first 2, which is very unusual for, you know, the age. I mean, it's such a long time ago compared to 93 now. It's probably 94 now when this thing's aired, but, you know. Anyway. Is it blurry? No, it's not blurry. Doesn't matter. If you're just laying down listening to... Well, anyway. Okay. Evil Dead 2. Evil Dead 2 was very good. I'd have to disagree with you on how it continued. It didn't really continue. I don't know, I think it's sort of a matter of opinion what was up with Evil Dead 2. If it was sort of like a... Okay, it did continue. Oh. Well, I like it. I like it very much. In the way that his girlfriend dances when she's dead, dead. And it had the Raimi quality, which is a very good quality to have in a motion picture. It's amazing. The guy, motion pictures were made for Raimi. That's all I can say. And you know, I love the way when he went to Rome at the end. And they looked upon him as what he said, you know, God. And Army of Darkness. I hope it earns back more than 10,000% of the profit the money they used to make it. And Raimi becomes millionaire and be able to visit me here in Minnesota. But anyway, no, I thought it was really good. Definitely 4 stars, without a second thought. Definitely. Okay, and now I will have to go on to Army of Darkness. What I know of it is not much, but Ash is obviously in the medieval times. I don't have to say anything about it. Okay.
Alright, we're going to take you to a clip, right?
Yep.
Alright,
Sorry that I...
here's Evil Dead, let's roll it.
Let's roll it. Yes.
I know, very good. Okay.
What?
I'll come back. You gotta bring us back, don't you?
Okay,
No, it's
I'll
just we're gonna talk a little bit about Jake's Place. This is a new movie coming out soon. Called Jake's Place. Okay. Alright.
You're supposed to. I did.
Oh.
Okay.
Welcome back to the critics. Well, we basically covered all of the movies we're gonna talk about today, but we're gonna talk about a new movie coming out called Jake's Place.
Yeah. Written, directed, produced, and by...
Not written.
Written by...
Yeah.
Produced by, basically... Oops.
Both.
Well, yeah. Sort of.
Okay.
It is under production now. Not at this moment, because I think we're both here on this... Well, maybe at this moment, because this is being, you know, on the air later than actually now.
Yeah. Well, why don't you take us off with it, Nate?
Well, you know what? I think I'll take you off with it. Jake's Place is basically about
Nothing, really. It's just one of them stories about, you know, someone comes to use a phone. Okay, someone comes to use this guy's phone, right? And he works at a garage place, and the place is called. And you know, the phone lines. You know, we don't really have it if the phone line's actually broke or if he just said that. You know, it's undecided yet. In my mind, anyway. His maybe. I don't know what's in his mind. I don't want to know either. But anyway, no, it's really turned out good. We did the first one, 10 minutes of it, 10, 11 minutes of it, and it really good. I don't know, Kate, how much are we planning to do of Jake's Place? I mean, how long are we going to make it?
Well, I'm not sure. It depends on who shows up. But,
Which,
but anyways, you know, it started out. He wasn't really sure about it, and then it was good after we did it.
who wasn't sure about it?
You weren't sure about
Wow.
it, if it was worth anything.
No.
But you know, we found out that it was, and we'd like to keep working on it, and you know, get it finished with some more people. But you know, I enjoy playing Jake.
No, I bet you do.
You know, you find more about him later in the movie. You know, which we don't really know right now because we have to write it. But
Yeah.
you know, he doesn't like to be taken for granted. You know, he likes to be straight up with you. You know, like people who straight up with him. You know, but as he's saying, the guy that came to use the phone, he didn't. You know, he kind of had an ulterior motive for coming in there, which you know, he finds out. But anyways, we're gonna roll a clip of Jake's Place, and you can decide for yourself.
What? Well, whatever one they find.
All right, here we go. Let's roll it.
It is.
Okay. Now we come back. Well, thanks for being with the critics, and we'll say your names.
Okay, what's this called? Community access?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'll say it.
Okay.
Okay, get look like just smile. Okay, wait a second. I just okay. Good. Hey, welcome back to the critics. What'd you think about that? Well, that's about all the time we have, okay?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, if you like Jake's Place, what you've seen of it, we hope to get it on this channel, as a matter of fact, don't we? When it's completed, heaven knows when that is. Right here on Amen, brothers and sisters.
Well, this is the critics, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah,
And he's
and we are.
the critics,
Yeah.
and we're also out of here.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, Jesus. Oh, mother.